Good morning, everyone. This is Manish, and we are from VAT University. Now, we are here to present you about our new IoT project, that is pressure display predental periods during food surface operation using IoT. And me and my team are now going to explain you about our new project. Before getting into our project details, let me give you a small intro on IoT. IoT is a network of physical devices, including things like smartphones, vehicles, and home appliances and more, that connect to the exchange data with computers. We use Internet of Things to receive more data, to control stuff, to automate, to make things faster, and many more. Internet of Things to receive more data. Internet of Things represents a general concept for the ability of networks, devices to sense and collect data from the world around us, and then share the data across the internet where it can be processed and utilized for various interesting purposes, such as we include the data to the cloud so that we could get the possible outputs as we needed. Let me give you an idea on the process of schematic how IoT works. So first of all, we have sensors. These are the little pieces where we put out are the things which collects data and send it back to the processing device. We have local processing where it processes the data. Then we have a local storage with the huge data which is collected is being stored in it. As I said before, it is a cloud storage. Then we have networks because it is Internet of Things which can always connect with the networks. And then we have internet to send data to cloud processing. Finally, we have the cloud storage to store the data. So this is a basic idea on Internet of Things. Now my friend will explain about the further details of our project.
Hi, this is Ashok Reddy. I'm studying in VAT University and I'm going to explain about our project Pressure Display Periodical Curates during tooth surface operation using IoT. Just now my friend has explained about the introduction part to our project. Now I'm going to explain about the awareness on pressure of teeth, which helps the doctor to handle with care while operations. If the doctor doesn't have awareness of awareness about the pressure on teeth, it may affect the patient. Doctor needs to know the force applied to at each point on the teeth for proper dental brace implanting. In the invalidation technique of tooth alignment, patients need to use custom-made remove braces. For the customization, the shape and force points of the teeth are taken into consideration. Now I am going. The problem statement of our project is while dental operations, doctors must be careful on pressure points because one slight mistake might damage the teeth. Our project ensures that the accurate pressure points. It will help and reduces doctors' efforts in operations and makes the patient and it makes the patient feel comfort while they are going through the operations. And the objectives of our project is to study the various sensors and related technology which were used in this project. And we are going to design the design model of the components, and we are using the efficient components for our project, and we will connect them correctly and we will make it work. This is the model of our project. Now I'm going to explain about the list of hardware components. We are going to use Arduino for sensors and IoT. Hardware requirements: Arduino Uno R3 is used in our project. Description: The Arduino Uno is a microcontroller board based on Atmos. It contains everything needed to support in the microcontroller. It supports Windows, Mac, or Linux. And then one more hardware component is force sensor. It is ultra thin, simple, and easy to integrate, and it is cost effective. This is a simple to use force sensor. It has a small 5.1 millimeters round sensing area which can be used to detect any force or pressure applied. And the software that we are going to use in our project is Visual Studio, and the version of it is Visual Studio 2013. It is included as part of a TSFS install and is also available as a download for Visual Studio separately. And Explorer is also available as a standard-alone environmental solely to access TFS services. Data Explorer is used to manage databases on Microsoft SQL servers. Functional modules that we are going to use in our project are force sensor 1, 2, and 3 respectively, and cloud module. This is the GUI design of our project. This is a systematic diagram, and I'm going in invention details about the invention. It is thus an object of this invention to provide pressure values of teeth at a particular point. It is therefore an object of this invention to provide pressure values of teeth of a particular person using pressure sensors. It is also an object of this invention to provide the pressure values of teeth in cloud instead of displaying it in LCD. It is yet another object of this invention to provide the values in the format of normal and abnormal. It is a further object of this invention to attach the model into a particular patient's mouth to check the pressure values of the teeth. It is a further object of this invention to a model which is being operated. Brief description of the drawings. Figure 1. Ordinary. It is able to read inputs from pressure sensors and turns it into an output by giving the pressure values in cloud. We have force sensors. When a force is applied to the material, it will detect and send the values to the cloud. Design of the model. All three force sensors and IoT are connected to the Arduino and power supply is given. The values will be displayed in the cloud. And we will now my friend will explain about the working examples of this of our project.
Hello everyone, this is Malladi Sriram, 15 BC 0210. In this video, I am going to explain about the invention details of the project which we are working under the supervision of Dr. Rajasekhara Babu sir. It is thus an object of this invention to provide pressure values of the teeth of a particular person. It is therefore an object of this invention to provide pressure values of teeth of a particular person using pressure sensors. It is also an object of this invention to provide the pressure values of the teeth in cloud instead of displaying it in LCD. It is yet another object of this invention to provide the values in the format of normal and abnormal. So this helps the team of doctors which the case on the case they are working on to be more precise so that they will reduce the error. It is further object of this invention to attach the model into a particular patient's mouth to check the pressure values. It is further object of this invention is to model which is beneficial to the dentist while operating. And let me give a brief description of the drawings. In the first figure, it's the Arduino. It is able to read the inputs from the pressure sensor and turn it into an output by giving the pressure values in the cloud. And in the second figure are the force sensors. When a force is applied to the normal material, it will detect and send the values to the cloud. In the third figure is the design of the model. All three force sensors and IoT are connected to the Arduino, and the power supply is given, and these values will be displayed on the cloud. And let's take an example. And the first example is air cooling systems provide an example of pressure used to determine another system parameter. Superheat refers to the number of degrees a vapor is above its saturation temperature, which is boiling point at a particular pressure. Superheat is determined by taking the low side pressure gauge reading, converting that pressure to temperature using a pressure temperature chart, and then subtracting the temperature from the actual temperature measured using an actual thermometer or a accurate thermocouple. At the same time, the pressure was taken. And let's go to the working example too. Many applications use pressure sensor measurements to calculate other key parameters such as flow, altitude, water column height, fluid depth, weight, and more. In industrial applications, the most common use of pressure sensors to calculate another parameter is flow. In fluid flow applications, several factors determine the pressure drop that occurs, including the flow velocity, kinematic viscosity, laminar versus turbulent flow, Reynolds number of the fluid, and the internal roughness of the inside of the pipe as well as its diameter, length, and form factor. Orifice plates, venturi tubes, nozzles. Simplify the situation. And let's go to the working example 3. Measuring the dynamic phenomenon with pressure sensors. Ken Watkins, technical sales specialist of PCB Industries, AMI sensors provide yet another alternative approach of sensing pressure flow in flow applications. His company's zeroelectric pressure sensors are specifically designed to measure dynamic phenomena. These events occur in relatively short period of time in fluid transmission applications in a factory or the other environment. An intrinsically safe pressure sensor
such as 121A44 provides an interesting measurement, similar to monitoring a bear in a rotating structure. During normal operation, there is desired spectral pattern. When a failure such as crack in the bearing occurs, there is totally different signature. With a thorough failure mode effects analysis, which is FMEA, specific types of signatures can be identified and detected by a signal processor, which is DSP, or other computing devices. All they are looking is at a relative measurement in dB or log by log. You are not looking at the pressure, said Watkins. You are looking at where that frequency is and did it move relative to where it was before. Did it change from norm? It's more like frequency trending.
Good evening everyone. Now I'm gonna show you our hardware components of the project. This one right here, this is our Arduino. We have used Arduino UNO, which is a best one to our project, suitable to our project. Now we have used three force sensors: pressure sensor 1, pressure sensor 2, pressure sensor 3. Let me show you an example for this. This one right here, this is the pressure sensor panel. If we put a force on this panel, there will be pressure values displaying in the cloud. And these pressure sensor we have connected to the Arduino, and this Arduino we have taken a USB cable and connected to the laptop. Now we are using Visual Studio 2013. Since we have already dumped the Arduino connection code in the Arduino itself, so all we need to do is to write a HTML code in Visual Studio 2013, so that we can directly connect it to the cloud, where in the cloud, if we apply force on these pressure sensors, there will be pressure values displayed in the cloud. So in the next video I'm going to show you the detailed cloud, Visual Studio and everything which is going to be right in our project.
Good evening, everyone. Now I'm going to explain you people the dump code in the Arduino. So here, right here, we will be defining the analog pin for A0, where we will be connecting pressure sensor 1, and over here in analog pin to A1, where we will be connecting pressure sensor 2, and in analog pin 3 we will be connecting pressure sensor 3. Now we will be setting up an input code for all the three pressure sensor input. Over here, serial dot begin in brackets 9600 and serial print 3 pressure input. Now we will be creating a loop where all three pressure sensors are connected to pin number 1, pin number 2 and pin number 3. As you can see, this is the code over here. In port value 1 equals to analog read analog pin number 1, where we will be connecting the pressure sensor 1. And in the same way, port value 2 will be connecting pressure sensor 2 in analog pin 2, and port value 3 will be connecting pressure sensor 3 in analog pin 3. And we have also given the serial write, and then we will be giving the conditions to all the pressure sensors. So as you can see over here, if port value of 1 is greater than 500, then it signifies that there is some pressure value on the pressure sensor. That's why the output will be the pressure in pressure sensor 1. The output is abnormal. This is the print statement where in pressure sensor 1 output will be abnormal. And if there's no pressure on the pressure sensor, so then it's else if statement, and the output will be normal in pressure sensor 1. In the same way, we will be doing that for pressure sensor 2, where if there is a pressure value in port value 2 greater than 500, then the pressure sensor 2 value will be abnormal. If not, then the pressure sensor value will be normal.
And in the same way it goes with pressure sensor 3 also. If there's some pressure in pressure sensor 3, what value is greater than 500 and it's abnormal. If not, then it's the pressure is normal. So this is the code which we have dumped in the Arduino. Now we will be getting going to the Visual Studio HTML code where we have created the cloud. Thank you. Good evening everyone. This is Rahul and I'm going to explain you the HTML code which we are using for connecting to the cloud. Now as you can see over here, this is for the page title language master page and all. This is the basic HTML code and coming into the content part where the placeholder will be in the placeholder number 1 in the server and this is for the border and for the next line aligning it into the center and now we have given the Runats server and the width will be 100% and the height of 600 pixels where we have given background color of hashtag octopus. This is a code where we will be representing the color and now H3 which means heading and we have given the style of font family and we'll be writing it as centuries book. The font size is extra large. The text decoration is in underline. The same we have given the color also and we have assigned the text line which is center. Then this will be a heading dental pressure monitoring system which I will be showing you the how to use in the next video. And slash h3 is for the completion of the heading. Same will be moving to the next line where we will be aligning the data in the center. Here also we will be creating a table. This is for the group and the same way we have assigned the button server and the text is start monitor. We have given the background color, the font and the names. Names are like as you can see the right and which is also an attribute. For each and everything we have given the color also. And you can see the white and its height with on click. What should be happening on click? It will be unnamed as to visible is false. So in the same way for all the columns we will be writing the code and on server text will be refreshed and background color, font names and all. What till over here we will be completing the table. Next thing we will be taking the 2 lines gap over here and as you can see over here we will be taking the grid view. This is the code and this is the attributes which we have given for that. And we will be also given attributes of food style, data style, page style, row style. And here goes with the columns. This is the template field. This is the item template. Template field again and template field the header which is health status. We will be also displaying the date and time when we have given the values. And that's it. It's the simple code. Simple HTML code. We will be compiling the template field. Template field. That's it guys. In the next video I will be showing you the complete procedure of how to get the values from the process. Good evening guys. I'm going to show you the full procedure of our project, the software part. So since I have used it in the Visual Studio, I'll be opening the Visual Studio first. Let me open the file which I have saved in local disk. As you can see in the text. The code will be master. For running the code, to take a bit small procedure, I should open the page. First, I should rebuild the solution. As you can see over here, code is running. Once success rate is listed, which indicates that the code has run properly and I can go to the cloud now. Now press Google Code. It will be loading first. It will take a bit of time. We'll be back when it loads first. Yes, we're back now. This is the history of the cloud, where as I have taught you people, I have shown you people in the Arduino code. When the pressure is normal, I mean when there's no force applied on it, it will be in normal state. Then when a small force is applied on it, then the pressure sensor 1 will be abnormal. The same goes with, I have tried with pressure sensor 3. Without applying the force on it, it's normal, and when it is applied force, then it's abnormal. And these are all the status of the healthcare system where we have applied force on it, and we didn't apply force on it. So this is the date and time, and this is the serial number where we have seen the code, all the details. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the cooperation. And next video will take place more. This is a demo video actually. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, this is Manish and I'm from VIT University. Now I'm going to explain about our new IoT project, that is Pressure Graphical Display of Periodontal Cue Rates during tooth surface operation using IoT. Now I'm here to give the introduction about our project. Now first of all, let me give the introduction about IoT. An IoT is a network of physical devices, including things like smartphones, vehicles, home appliances and more, that connects to the exchange data with the computers. Before getting into anything, I would like to give the introduction about the IoT. We use Internet of Things to receive more data, to control stuff, to automate, to make things faster, and many more. Internet of Things represent a general concept for ability of networks, devices to sense and collect data from the world around us, and then share the data across the internet, where it can be processed and utilized for various interesting purposes. Let me give you an idea on the process of the schematic how IoT works. So first of all, we have sensors. These are the little pieces where we put outside, where we put on a car, bike or a wall according to the purpose of our project or according to our needs. These are the things which collect data and send it back to the processing device. It may be an Arduino, a microcontroller, a Raspberry Pi, or an PC, or whatever we possessed. We have a local processing where it is process the data. Then we have a local storage where this huge data is collected, is being stored in it. Then we have a networks because it is Internet of Things, and we need to interconnect things. And then we have internet to send data to cloud processing. Finally, we have cloud storage to store the data. So this is a basic idea on the Internet of Things. Now my friend Rahul is going to explain you about further about our project. Thank you.
Hi, this is Ashok Reddy. I'm studying VIT University. I'm going to explain the importance of project to dentists. Actually the basic concept of project is to get the awareness on pressure of the teeth, which will help the doctors to handle the patients with care while operations. It may affect if a doctor operates without being aware of the pressure points. Awareness of the pressure of the will help the doctor to handle with care while doing it. Doctors need to know the force applied at each point on the tooth for proper dental brace implanting. In the invalidation technique, the tooth of teeth alignment, patients are needed to use the custom-made removable braces. For the customization, the shape and force of the points of the teeth are taken into consideration. Let me also give a small detail on problem statement. While dental operation, doctor must be careful on pressure points, because one slight mistake may damage the teeth of the patients. A project ensures the accurate pressure points. It will help and reduces doctors' effort in operations and makes the patient feel comfort while doing operations, and which will help the doctors to do the operation with ease. Hmm. Let me explain the proposed systems. Like we will make a tail sachet from a cardboard or a thermosheet plate. We'll insert few number of pressure sensors near the teeth, and when we apply the force, we will we will display the pressure point. We will display the pressure at each and every teeth by using graphical manner and tabular manner. And for this, we are going to use a hardware like Arduino LCDs and everything. Arduino and LCDs and pressure sensors and force, and the pressure point and the data will be displayed in a cowl plate which can be accessed from our mobiles. Like the pressure point, like it will show the amount of the pressure at each and every position at each and every position of the teeth. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Now my friend will explain about our project.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Nalluri, 15BC0743. As my friend Manish have explained you, or he have given you a slight introduction to Internet of Things. Now I am going to get into a project which is pressure graphical display of periodontal curate. Now, what are curates? Curates are nothing but a thin metal sticks which are used mostly by dentists. Now, why do they use it? There are many reasons now. The curate which we have chosen is one-faced periodontal curate, which is used by the dentist to know the sensibility of the teeth. Now, the dentist, while operating the patients, to know the sensibility of the teeth, they'll bring the curate, they'll place it on the tooth, and they'll just give a force on it so that they can see the sensibility of the teeth and they will estimate the value of that. So with this we can get into that the dentist won't be getting the accurate value and they will be just estimating the sensibility of the tooth. So now we have got an idea that uh, we'll create a model where we can get the accurate tooth for sensibility value. So how are you going to do that? We're going to prepare a tooth shaped model or object by using a thermocol sheet or cardboard where we'll be placing force sensors on that, a few force sensors. So if we put a force on that force sensor, it will show the accurate values on the LCD display. So with that LCD display, what we're going to do is those values will be putting in a tabular format where sensor 1, sensor 2, sensor 3 values will be in the tabular format, and we'll be connecting this LCD display directly to the cloud. So both the tabular format and the values will be getting to the cloud, where in the cloud we'll be getting in a graphical manner where the sensor 1 has this much has a particular value, sensor 2 has this much of particular value, and all that. So with that the doctor can estimate the accurate value of the teeth. So now he can know the perfect value of the teeth. He can operate to the patient by knowing the accurate values. So it won't be more dangerous to the patient. So now so now my friend Ashok is going to explain the problem statements and importance of a project and all that. So thank you. Hello everyone. This is Rahul Nalluri, 15BC0743. As earlier my friend Manish have explained you the problem statement and the importance and the introduction of a project. Now I'm going to get into the objectives of a project. What are all the problems we have faced during this project? First one, to study various sensors and related technologies. So due to this project, we have got to know about many sensors and the related technologies about it. Uh, to getting into more to knowing for the cloud storage and Arduino or LCD display, whatever it may be. We have known much more which we didn't know earlier. Now the second one, to design model of the components. Now that was a bit hard task because we need to make the model first, and we have to check whether the model was correct or not, or whether we have to update or we have to change any placements of the sensors or the Arduino to the connection power supply and all. And but we did quite well on that. Now this the third one, to buy cost efficient components for the project. Now we have googled it, and we have searched in the stores outside in Vellore. Now we were more thinking about the cost efficient components. So most of the time the Google, the Amazon, the e-shopping website had lower cost values, but it was harder to believe on that. So we directly went to the store and we have asked the shopkeeper to get the components, and we have checked whether it is working properly or not, and we have bought them. Now the fourth one, to make a proper and a connected device. Now that's and the harder task for that. So yeah, but we have connected all the device till now. So now I'm getting into the model so that I can explain more about the connection on it. Here we go. So this is a model where Arduino will be center of the project, and we'll be connecting four sensors to it. We can take a few more four sensors, but we are doing it for the sample model. So we have taken four sensors, which we attach it to Arduino, and next to get the accurate values which the Arduino will be showing, so that to know the accurate values, we need a LCD display. So we have connected an LCD display to the Arduino, and we obviously need an IoT for this project. So we have also connected an IoT to the Arduino, and the main thing is the power supply. Without that, nothing will work. So the main thing is the power supply, which we have connected. So till now we have prepared the model, we have connected everything is all right. Now the next thing we have to do is getting the values in a tabular format and graphical display, and processing it to the cloud storage. So we'll be doing it in the next video, the process which we have done to accomplish our project. So that's it for the model, and my friend Ashok is going to explain the hardware components and what are those specs, description of that. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Malladi Sriram, 15 BCE 0210, and I'm studying third year CSC VIT University Vellore campus. And in this video, I'm going to explain the conclusion of our project, which we are working under the Dr. Rajasekhara Babu sir. And as we all know, in this technologically advanced world, it's very important to be accurate, especially in the medical field. With all the advancements in this medical field, the doctors need to know how much pressure to apply on the teeth. It's very important, like pressure upside down can make a lot of difference. So in this project, we are going to help the doctors to determine the exact force required. We will be developing a pressure display of one-phased periodontal curate in graphical manner, so the doctors don't have to put more effort in identifying the pressure points manually. So it will give the doctors much more scope and more freedom to operate. So in this project, we'll use various IoT related technologies. and we'll study about various sensors also. And these are the references which we took in the first link, which is used for the pressure sensor, and the second is for the periodontal curette, and third one is for the medical sensors, and the fourth one is for Honeywell sensors, Spitex apps.